When a school receives a threat, state and local law enforcement agencies rush to investigate, ready for the worst. No matter if the threat is made by phone or through the internet, each case is treated like an emergency. Most of the time, these threats are false alarms, but schools, law enforcement agencies, and taxpayers are paying a heavy price for them. Mark Barber investigates the reality of bogus threats.
I just had someone call in to say that they have a gun at a high school and that they're going to shoot somebody in themselves.
Chilling calls for help started pouring into the Whitley County 911 Center on April 16th.
They just sent a cop and ambulance. They said there's blood everywhere.
Investigators say they didn't find any blood, but they were able to trace the threat that appeared in an online chat room that morning to a school computer used by Nicholas Greenlee and a friend.
The kid had been talking about committing suicide and everything. So I told him about the online chat thing, the crisis line, and he said he would use it. Then I went to the bathroom and came back, and we got put in lockdown.
The sheriff isn't discussing the case because it's still moving through court. Both students are charged with terroristic threatening. The second student isn't being named because he's a juvenile. Kentucky State Police say these violent threats against students are happening over and over and over again.
For law enforcement in general, it would probably be at least once a week.
According to the Kentucky Center for School Safety, in the 2013-2014 school year, there were 411 threats against students, including school shooting threats and bomb threats. That's up 18% compared to an average of the previous 4 years, according to data obtained from the School Safety Center. Those cases only reflect incidents where the culprit was caught. The Department of Education tells WKYT the number of threats that have happened this school year won't be available until the fall. While the Center for School Safety doesn't know why numbers are up, they say it could be attributed to two things. Students aren't worried about consequences, and school safety officials think there aren't teeth to the law. State police say their records show that charges have been filed against 81 people who are accused of threatening students this school year. Every year, you, the taxpayer, pay for hundreds of these threats, and they are costly. According to records obtained from the Nicholasville Police Department, in March, a threat against high schoolers in Jessamine County cost the police department nearly $14,000.
A lot of the threats that we have seen are attention-seeking, but we also do have those students that want to get out of school or that want to make a disturbance in the school.
In one of those cases, a Boyle County teenager called a car rental company in St. Louis in February, threatening to shoot a busload of children. He later wrote a letter apologizing, calling the threat a prank call and practical joke. The Whitley County Sheriff's Office says their scare
He just came on and said I killed 2 of them.
Was also intended as a joke.
I hope the joke was worth it, man. It's cost both of us our freedom.
The pranks are keeping law enforcement from true emergencies.
I don't think the system in place is adequate at all because it's continuing on and there's not a deterrent out there.
John Akers, the director of the Center for School Safety, worries threats will continue stacking up unless dramatic action is taken. He points to Laurel County, where bomb threats appeared to drop off after a judge ordered parents of several students to pay between $5,000 and $10,000 in restitution. Greenlee is already paying with his time. He has been locked up in the Whitley County Detention Center for 35 days, waiting for his next court date.
This ain't no joke at all. That was a serious thing. People take that stuff really seriously. There was all kinds of lives that would have been at stake if that was a real case.
Greenlee is facing a 5 to 10-year sentence if he's convicted on the terroristic threatening charges. The Center for School Safety worries that offenders don't see serious consequences in many of these cases. I asked the Administrative Office of the Courts for conviction rates. However, they said that information is confidential because it involves juveniles. I was able to learn the name of the 15-year-old student who's accused of sending the threat in Boyle County. And according to the Department of Juvenile Justice, he only served a week in jail before he was released on probation.
Well, Mark, this is very interesting. So not only are these false threats placing a burden on taxpayers and schools, it also appears to be a burden on state police. Any idea how much this is costing them this school year?
I don't know. We asked them for their expenses and they said that they couldn't provide them because there's just too much data to go through.
Wow. So how do we get the message out that this isn't okay?
Well, the Center for School Safety thinks that starts at home with the parents. School safety officials say that parents have to start educating their children about how even sending a false threat, a prank, could have serious consequences for them as well as for their community.
Absolutely. Mark, thank you for your story.